Hey guys, it's Xander here, and we're back looking at brews in Standard. This is a blue deck that I've been messing around with for a while now. A few people have touched on it, doing very similar lists. It's kind of hard not to when you're focusing so hard on specifics like flying and blue. But yeah, this is my interpretation of mono blue flyers. So I'll go over the deck first, and then I'll explain the sideboard and some interactions as I go. So we'll start off the lineup with a 4 of Tempest Djinn, which is for 3 a 0/4 flyer, and it gets +1/+0 for each basic island you control. So every land in this deck is an island, which means the turn you play it, it's going to be a 3/3. Sorry, a 3/4. Which means any time after that, it's just getting bigger depending on your land drops. But it's not uncommon to see this as a 7/4, an 8/4, whatever. It's a crazy card, and flying, just that evasion on it is just wicked. So we're going to play that as a 4. We're also playing a 4 of Siren Storm Tamer, which is for 1 a 1/1 flyer, Siren Pirate Wizard. And for 1, you sacrifice it and counter target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. So this protects our Tempest Djinn. This protects any of the creatures that we want to hold on to. It's also flying, which is part of the tribe, or the mechanic that we're going with for the deck. And yeah, it can stop big bomb spells that target you. It's great card. So that's a 4 of. We're also running a 3 of Warkite Marauder, which is a 4/2, 1 and 1 blue, a 2/1 flyer, and then whenever Warkite Marauder attacks, target creature defending player controls loses all abilities and has power and toughness 0/1 until end of turn. So this is our answer to a whole lot of different things in Standard at the moment. So this will stop a Rekindling Phoenix getting the token. This will stop pretty much anything in its tracks as we're swinging in. So look, it'll shut down Scarab God. It'll shut down Rekindling Phoenix. It'll shut down all these cards that just, so good. It kind of popped up a lot after Godfarer's Gift came back, and people started realizing how legit this card was. But it's definitely got a spot in this deck, and we're running as a 3 of. Because we're playing blue, we want to do some kind of shenanigans, so we're also going to be running 3 Merfolk Tricksters. So it's for 2 blue, a 2/2 Merfolk Wizard with flash, and then when it enters the battlefield, you tap target creature and opponent controls, and it loses all abilities until end of turn. So this stops indestructibility, this stops flying, this stops whatever abilities you want to get rid of. You can just play this out and bang, it's got no abilities. You often just using it to tap down creatures, or you can flash it in and block a creature. It's a wicked card to have. So we're going to be running that as a 3 of. We're also running a 2 of Zahid, Djinn of the Lamp, which is for 6. Now just bear with me because it explains itself in a second. So it's for 4 and 2 blue, a 5/6. So those stats are not fantastic. But you may pay 4, which is 3 and 1 blue, and tap an untap artifact you control rather than pay its normal mana cost. And it's also a flyer. So all you have to do is pay 4 and tap an artifact, and you play it for 4. For 4, a 5/6 is a hell of a lot better, and just massive tempo instead of the 6 cost. So we want to have some artifacts. So I'm only running a few, and it has been enough because I'm only running Zahid as a 2 of, just because I want to stay low to the ground. But this is a wicked card, so I'm definitely considering probably putting in more, but I'd probably have to tweak the deck a little bit. But 2 of Hope of Githapur, which is a 1/1 for 1, a legendary artifact creature Thopter. It's a flyer again, and its second ability is you sacrifice Hope of Githapur until end of turn. Target player who was dealt damage by Hope of Githapur this turn can't cast non-creature spells. So you swing in, you deal damage, and then sacrifice it. For their next turn, they can't cast non-creatures. That can be huge against a lot of matchups, but it's also an artifact for the Zahid. It's a wicked card. Really good card. Could probably put in more, but 2 seems to work fine. Vehicles have been around for a long time now, and they seem to be making a bit of a comeback, so I thought I'd bring them back in with this deck as well. we're running a 2 of Heart of Kieran, which is for 2 of 4/4 Flying Vigilance vehicle. So it's got to be crewed. So it's crew 3, which means your Tempest, if it's small, can crew it. Your Siren and a Warkite can crew it. Like, a combination of creatures can crew it. And then you're getting in with 4/4 Flying Vigilance. So the bottom ability, which is... So it's crew 3. So tap creatures to total power 3 to be able to do it. But the bottom ability is not really relevant because we don't have any Planeswalkers to remove counters from. But yeah, Heart of Kieran's just been a wicked card for a long time. And it's it's swinging in for huge, and we've got ways to buff it up even bigger, and it's just, it's dumb. We're also playing a 2 of... This is the last of the vehicles. We're also playing a 2 of Aethersphere Harvester, which is for 3, a 3/5 flyer. Again, it's a vehicle. This one's crew 1, so it's a lot easier to do in this deck. But when it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy, and then you can pay 1 energy to have this gain lifelink until end of turn, which is... Against aggro matchups, it's good because we can get that little bit of tempo back. But, yeah, it's probably run as a 2 of. You could probably run this as a 4 of and cut the Heart of Kieran's, but this is just how I've written it up, and it's been working for me so far. With all the flying creatures we have, we're running a 4 of 2-cost card, which is a Favourable Winds, which is an enchantment for 1 and 1 blue. Creatures you control with flying get +1/+1. So that's pretty much everything, except the Tricksters is getting +1/+1 whenever they on the board. So this is a wicked card for what we're doing. Pretty much trash anywhere else, but Tribal Flyers, yep, it's good. So we're running it as a 4 of. I'm running 4 of Unsummon because I like the card. A lot of people think it's trash, or I understand there's better cards, but just being able to put a card back, like with a 1-cost card, is wicked. So it's not card advantage, really, because it's answering a card with a card, but it is putting them a turn behind. So if they're spending a shitload of mana to play something huge, and then you just go unsummon, bounce it back to your hand, we kind of just need to time, like, it's just pushing them back that little bit so that we've got time to be able to go off. So, yeah, it's just a tempo thing. We're also running a 3 of Charter Course, which is a small amount of draw card that we have in the deck. So it's draw 2 cards for 2, so it's 1 and 1 blue. Sorcery speed, which is a little bit of a problem. So draw 2 cards, then discard a card unless you attacked with a creature this turn. Now, we're an aggro deck, so we're going to be swinging all the time, so we're very rarely going to discard a card off this, but it is a card that we have to play in our second main phase. Is just one thing to remember, because you have to have attacked. 3 of Blink of an Eye, which is for 1 and 1 blue. Instant speed, you return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, so it's basically the unsummon, except this one can be kicked, and then if that spell was kicked, draw a card. So it's kicker 2, so for 4 you can bounce a non-land permanent and draw a card. So this is a wicked card that's been brought out with Dominaria, and it's been popping up a whole lot in just about anything that's running blue, and it's a good reason because it's such a fantastic card. We're also running a 2 of... This is the last of the spells. We're also running a 2 of Opt, which is just for 1, scry 1, and draw a card. So it just rounds it out. You could probably not have these and put something else in, but I just like Opt personally. That's just my own personal opinion. To finish the deck off, we're running 22 islands. So that's it. There's 22 islands. The numbers seem to be good. It's worked so far. Let's check out the sideboard. In the sideboard, we're running a whole heap of counter magic and a little bit of graveyard hate. So we're running a 3 of Spell Pierce, which is for 1, counter a spell, counter target non-creature spell, unless the controller pays 2. 3 of Negates, which is for 2, counter target non-creature spell. Essence Scatters for countering creatures. Only running 2 of Disallow, because occasionally it can be relevant. 2 of Sentinel Totems, which is my favourite graveyard hate piece, and it's also an artifact which synergizes with the Zahid. So there is that. I hate putting lands in the sideboard, but I am running the Scavenger Grounds in here because graveyard is very real, so we do want a few answers without choking our sideboard up with just Graveyard Hate. And the last of it is a 2 of... Sorry, let's move this across. A 2 of Sorcerer's Spyglass, which is a wicked sideboard piece. It answers so many different things, and it's just I'm pretty sure it's in just about any sideboard you can see on a Pro Tour deck. So it's just for 2. As Sorcerer's Spyglass enters the battlefield, you look at target opponent's hand, you choose any card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen card name can't activate unless they're mana abilities. So this stops Hazoret being able to ping for damage. This stops Scarab God being able to fetch in the graveyard. It's a wicked card, and we're definitely running it as a 2 of. You could probably, I don't think you'd need more, but that's just how the deck's worked out. As always, I hope you liked the video. If you don't like the deck, let me know in the comments. If you do like the deck, let me know in the comments. If you think I missed anything, or if you want to see anything else in there, like if I missed something, if you... whatever. Try the deck out. Let me know how you go. And like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.